Welcome to Chicken Basket. Chicken Basket is a social enterprise that works with women and youths in poultry production as a source of livelihood. We are a one-stop shop. In this model, our farmers get chicks, feeds and medications all under one roof. In the process of production, the farmers also enjoy support services, free training and extension services from our vet. The farmers also enjoy market guarantee for their grown chickens. We collect back the chicken, we process, and then we sell to hotels, restaurants, and the market within our reach.
I got to start this venture when I visited Chicken Basket. I used to go to Chicken Basket to buy chicken, specifically for consumption at home. And I saw their farm and I got interested in the venture. They invited me for their training, a one-day training session where you are taught on the vaccinations, the diseases and the basics of the rearing the poultry chicks. I have 150 chicks and they are currently doing well. And the vet has been of assistance so much, and they provide me with the vaccines, the medication, the feeds, and any sort of advice I need.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another episode. This is your host, David Kim. Hi, ABISAI. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you.
So your company name is very interesting. I mean, very easy to remember. Chicken Basket, right? Very easy. Who made that name?
It's me.
You, Chicken Basket.
Yeah.
So what did you want to mean by the Chicken Basket?
Just a basket of chickens. Chicken products, eggs, chicken meals, chicken products in form of food.
Yeah.
That's basically what we're doing with our restaurants.
So you're selling the chicken and eggs.
Yes, we do chicken meal, all types of chicken meals.
Chicken meal?
We do chicken meals in our restaurants. We have restaurants that run chicken meals where the chickens from the farmers go to.
So you are running a restaurant as well?
Yes.
You raise the chicken, right? Do you farm the chicken?
No, we don't. Our chickens are from the farmers, our farmers. Well, we support the farmers with technical skill.
So you work with a chicken farmer, collect or buy the chickens and egg, and then distribute to the restaurant or the retailer.
My business model is an outgrower model.
Outgrow.
We focus on giving the farmers technical support and training. Then sell to the farmers the chicks, the feeds, and the medications. Farmers grow the chickens as we support them.
Do you call that kind of relation smallholder farmer?
Yes, smallholder farmer.
Okay, you work with a smallholder farmer. Besides the technical knowledge and information, what do you provide? Do you provide a DOC, day one chicken?
Yeah, we sell to them. They buy from us. They all chickens. They buy from us animal poultry feeds.
And that vaccine as well?
Yes, vaccine, everything. They buy from us.
They take care of, they raise the chicken, adding their own labor. Other than that, you provide all the technology and information, DOC, day one chicken, and vaccine feed and everything. Also, you take care of the sales of chicken and eggs on behalf of them, right?
Mm-hmm.
Got it. So basically supply chain management, right? Would you like to start off by telling the audience a little bit about yourself, your background, and how you came to the run Chicken Basket?
My name is ABISAI NANDI. I'm about 4 years old right now. I started the Chicken Basket in 2015. I quit my job. I was working at the hospital for 4 years. I quit my job and decided to venture into poultry farming. I was doing this from home, my mom's place, and then eventually after a year, I moved closer to town because the market for the chickens were fairly opening up. So I needed somewhere I could be able to coordinate well to run the company. So the business started there. I moved to my current space where I'm running the company, and I've managed to grow the business from the same place. My background, I did business management, and of course now with the skills gained from work, I've managed to see how to keep the business going.
Would you like to describe the situation and challenge in the chicken farming and then distribution in chickens and eggs in Kenya? And what problem are you solving now?
According to Science Journal, that was published about 5 years ago, estimated consumption of chicken in Kenya to move from 150,000 metric tons to 160,000 metric tons by 2030. So we are in the western part of Kenya. Consumption of the chicken and chicken products is highly in Nairobi, the capital city of Kenya, followed by Mombasa, and then Kisumu, where we are as a county. So we are the right place. We're trying to build this up. The consumption is moving higher. Of course, this is due to population growth, urbanization, and more people becoming economically better because of the status of people economically is improving. I think this is the reason why young people like us decided to see this 5 years ago and venture in this kind of farming. We are, of course, right now seeing a situation where it's becoming a lot of guys are moving into chicken farming, and of course, a lot of young people are moving because there are no enough jobs in Kenya. So people are opting for agriculture and specifically chicken. People like us who have tried to be in this industry for a few years now are trying to lead in the value chain as entrepreneurs in the same field. I believe that with the current consumption we are having in my county, which is we are only having about, with what we are doing right now, we are only selling about 1% of what my county consumes, Kisumu City. So the market is still very huge, and we needed to pave the way. We need to encourage more people to start venturing in this kind of thing for us to talk about job employment, food security, and talk about many other things that are affecting the youths. I think we need to more people in this space to be able to start addressing some of these things through farming and other value chains that we can be able to embrace. Yeah, I think that's how I looked at it in terms of how I want to move. I want to move my strategies to in the business to move forward. The data is clear in terms of how the growth of population is, and in terms of how the consumption is, and I'm guided by this.
Yeah, as I mentioned, I had an interview with the founder of a fish farming business, Africa. They think that chicken farming is one of the best solutions to solve the protein deficit in Africa, right? In terms of cost effectiveness and then also the easy to manage and scale the business. In
That's
Asia, yeah, in Asia is chicken farming, and then as you are doing now is pretty much they're covering full value chain, right? Raising chicken and then taking care of all the feed and vaccines, also abattoir and then the packaging, distributing to all together. So easily can be $1 billion business. So I think that it is a chicken is one of the most common staple for the people. So I think you have a good potential.
Thank you.
How does it describe your business model?
My business model is a one-stop shop
Mm-hmm.
where we have all the inputs, the chicks, day-old chicks,
Yep.
the medications and the vaccines, feeds for the chickens. We have them at one place, and then not just have them to sell them. We sell them to our farmers contracted, but again, our farmers enjoy technical support for free. They enjoy training services for free, and then when the chickens have grown, we buy back all the chickens from them and the eggs. We process and we pack them, and then we sell them to the local markets. That's our
Yeah.
business model. So it's
Okay.
a social. It's purely pegged on the
Yeah.
community.
So supply chain management business model, right? Covering the entire value chain.
That's
Yeah,
true.
sounds like a very, very good business model. Actually, I have seen the supply chain management business model in Asia, especially emerging market Asia, like Indonesia, Vietnam. But interestingly, they are very, very profitable. For example, I have seen the agriculture and chicken farming. Their revenue is just only 10 million US dollar, but net profit is 1.5 million US dollar. So very profitable and very stable because they collaborate, work together with a lot of smallholder, small scale farmers. And so I think it's a good business model. You can build up from that foundation. What is the price of chicken to retail price? For example, what is the average size of chicken? 1.5 kilogram?
We averagely work with 1 kilogram.
1 kilogram. How much is the retail price, like a supermarket price in
We
Kenya?
wait. They go for about $5.
$5.
Yeah, $5. $5 yes.
Okay. Yeah, that's not a lot cheaper than the like large economy in Asia or US, because chicken can be farmed in a very effective way. Like a cage is a apartment like a structure, right? So still in Asia, in US, I think it's less than $10. When you talk about the restaurant, but are you selling the chicken and egg at restaurant and supermarket or the direct consumer? Who are your target customer?
Our currently consumption of chicken varies a lot in terms of it goes with the institutions and also with individual people who stay in households. We have categories of clientele. We have the clientele that eats chicken from the restaurants, and the hotels. We have the clientele that buys chickens from the supermarkets, and even the hospitals that cook chicken. But again, we have this clientele that are unable to go to the supermarket because the lower bottom of pyramid, people who also want proteins and are unable to go to the supermarket and buy the chickens. So our market cuts across all these places. What we have done is we have chickens that go to the hotels, restaurants, and hospitals and other institutions. We are supplying a few supermarkets as well. One of the challenges that we have with the institutions is that their credit period for payment is about 30 to 45, which is a very long for us. For small businesses, you will not be able to have a very good, if you don't have a good working capital, you cannot be able to take care of your operations. You may just close down. So we are very keen on who do we supply. There are also those who will tell you 30 days, but they don't want to commit that. They just want 30 days verbally. And if you deliver, they take even 2-3 months before they pay you. So we've had experience all these guys. So due to that, I decided to focus my market along the bottom of pyramid. These people who buy chickens $1/2, just like a small piece of chickens. So many of them are unable to go to the supermarket, and they are the majority who live on $3 daily casuals. They just want a small piece of chicken. At the end of the day, they don't want the whole chicken. So I focused market around those areas, and the beauty with that is that number one, they can afford to buy affordable protein in a more smaller piece they can afford. And the other beauty is that they also pay cash. All of your money as a small business that is growing. And so I've set up chicken butcheries, branded Chicken Basket, in those locations that this low.
So you have a chicken butchery, chicken abattoir.
The chicken butchery is different from chicken abattoir. And parts packed into small piece, parts packed up, kept inside there, frozen. So they are able to come and buy them from there in small pieces that they want. So we have about 20 of them. That's where our eggs and our chickens go into. So that is working very, very well. The other thing is that I also noticed that the challenge you are having with these guys taking very long to pay us. We give them chicken at a very affordable price. They take very long to pay us. And so I decided to venture into Chicken Basket restaurants, fast food restaurants. We do chicken and chips. We decided to about 4 restaurants that are running steadily. And we pack them in boxes to go or take away. And so you can come pick them. We have also have some delivery companies like Glovo. We are on Glovo. We are on all these other guys. People can log in and have the app and download and order chickens from us, and we'll be able to get them.
So you're running the chicken restaurant as well?
Yes.
How do you cook? It's a deep fry, or African style?
Different types of meals. We do all different types. African style. You want KFC style. You want chicken and chips. Just you want grilled chicken. You want chicken just dry. So all types. Anything called any meal, chicken meal that you can think of.
And when you launch the business, let's switch the gear a little bit for the fundraising. So when you launched the business in the beginning, how did you finance your operation? I mean, did you bootstrap, or did you borrow the money from family, or how did you finance your operation?
I had my savings from where I was working. I had worked for 4 years, so I had the savings, and also I borrowed some money from the bank. The savings I was quitting, so I took all these savings together with the money I'd borrowed and just started the business. No, from there now, it's been just good. I'll say what is called commitment to discipline in terms of spending and ensuring every money goes to the bank. And now on has been just borrowing back from the bank, because bank looks at your turnover and they look at money in and money.
I see.
So that has kept me going. Every other loan that I've used, every other thing that banks have played a bigger role in as far as credit is concerned to keep the business going.
Yeah. For equity fundraising, I mean, I understand you raised money, Looney made an investment into your venture. So other than the Fletchy, did you raise many money from any other outside investor as well?
That's true. I raised money from the first investor before I went to Looney's program. I did some program in Kenya called Wake Up. Was a training and a pitching program, about 2 weeks program, and I pitched there and managed to raise around 13 million Kenya shillings in exchange of share equity, and yeah, that's went a long way, and that's when now the program came after 1 year. That Looney's program in the US came in. Yeah, so it's still, of course, still you never stop raising funds, because the vision of the is still there, and want to pumping more money to get the company where it's supposed to be.
Right. I understand that that's the biggest challenge to the entrepreneur, right? You need to focus on the operations, scaling the business, but still need to raise money. I mean, every time, right? What is the biggest challenge in scaling your business and then taking to the next level? For example, like skilled talents, management member, experienced management member, or the capital expenditure and the fundraisings, and anything you feel are lacking in now?
I think one of the biggest challenge I'm having right now in scaling my business is quality control measures.
Okay.
System, this cuts across from the growing of the chickens, all the way to the processing of the chickens, all the way to distribution of the chickens, all the way to quality of the chickens going to my restaurants. Cuts across, and also I would say this is also coupled up with the systemic issues. You need to have a system that can capture data from the point when the day-old bird is given to the farmer, to the point that the chicken is coming back as a grown chicken. You need to have a system that can capture all that. You can trace it all the way from the farm to the fork, up to the point when the chicken is being consumed on the table. You need to have a system that can capture the entire data right now, so that right now we're using a system that we'll be using, a QuickBook system. We are still planning on probably getting an ERP system. So, but you see, QuickBook limits you just for finance. There are certain things that you cannot ignore. The information that goes to the farmer, the data of how many farmers have received day-old birds this week, needs to go to the slaughterhouse, needs to go to the restaurant, needs to go to the agrovet department, needs to go to the accounts departments, needs to go to sales and marketing department, so that everybody has this data. We released 20,000 chickens this week. In the next 5 to 6 weeks, these chickens should come back as meat, processed, and where they're supposed to go. They're supposed to be sold in the market. So that has to be traced all the way. So I am trying to see how can I stabilize this, so that scaling up the business becomes easy in the next 3, 4, 5 years. That's one of the challenges that I'm having right now.
Yeah.
I think the system is as good as how much you can be able to scale up your business. If your system is weak and very small, you cannot be able to scale it so much, because then you will be loss of money.
Right. Related to opportunity, huge opportunity of chicken farming in Kenya, assuming that there is a foreign investor who are very interested in the investment opportunity in Africa or Kenya, and then they want to make a big bet on your venture. For example, let's say $10 million US. I don't know whether it is big or not, but the $10 million US into your business, and then what kind of opportunity you want to capitalize by using that proceed?
But number one, that's a good question, because that's where I'm headed to in the next 2-3 years. I'm actually, I don't know, maybe you read my mind. That's the exact amount of money I need in the next 3 years.
Very good. Very good. So I ask you a very right question, right? Timely question.
Yeah, actually, I have my eyes in that in the next 10 years. That's why I have in the next 3 years. Number one is the reason I say so, because as you had mentioned earlier in the beginning, that my business model is a supply chain. It cuts across the entire supply chain.
Right.
So you cannot be able to invest in marketing, development, and fail not to invest in the infrastructure that can be able to process that chickens, the chickens you want to increase in the market. Again, you cannot invest in that infrastructure and for processing, and fail not to invest in maybe supply and delivery trucks, and again, you cannot be able to fail not to invest in management system, and then also you cannot be able to fail to invest in the chicks, and the chicks go with the feeds, and the feeds go with the medications.
Right.
You see, it cuts across. If I decide to put up a bigger slaughterhouse that can processing plant that can be able to process 5,000 chickens every 1 hour, the question is for me, where do I get this chicken? It means I must be able to increase the number of my farmers. I must have a strategy around how do I get more farmers to produce chicken, because my business is a social enterprise. Yeah, it means I might need to know to work with cooperatives. I may need to sign deals with cooperatives. I may need now to get more farmers. I may need to get a feed plant, probably, because that would be a lot of money. You can imagine an investor giving all that much of money, and you want to transfer almost 100 million Kenya shillings every month to somebody somewhere to supply you with chicks and feeds. You safer just build up your own plant. So that's why I was telling you, like right now, what we're doing in the next 3 years as a company, in the vision of the company, we are at around 3% of the vision. People think we have done so much. I am at around 3% of the vision of the company. Yeah, according to some people, they think we have reached because what they see around all over. No, we have not. I'm looking at that kind of investment, because if I'm going to put up a bigger processing plant, which already I am planning to put up a processing plant by end of this year. Already I'm at the last stages negotiating that kind of investment to put up a plant that can be able to process 1,000 chickens every 1 hour. So that can be able to, already that is ongoing. Before end of the year, we should be able to have the plant ready. But now the next 3 months, I'm telling you, we're looking at a feed plant, we're looking at a hatchery. I will be able to have a data that I can present to an investor and say, look, this is where we are. We've managed to sell 100 million chickens in form of meat. We've managed to sell 100 million chicks to the farmers. We've managed to sell this tonnage of feeds along with the chickens. So when I have that data in the next 3 years, I can be able to pitch for much bigger and further.
$10 million US. Right?
Yes, that's how I look at it.
Okay.
Yes.
Sounds great. What is the next step on top of your mind? Also, what is your dream in long term for the Chicken Basket?
Chicken Basket, I'm looking at having Chicken Basket in the next 5 years, at least in every county in Kenya. We're gonna have, if not a Chicken Basket restaurant, then we're gonna have a branch that does what we do, where we train the farmers, we support the farmers, sell inputs, feeds, chicks, and medications. So in the next 5 years, that's where I have my eyes on. Every county, we must be able to have a restaurant and a hub, a mini hub that is able to support the farmers and grow the chickens. And so eventually to replicate the same model in every county. Yeah, that's what I'm looking at. In 10 years' time, perhaps I'm looking at also being able to position the company in a place where if anybody thinks about chicken in Kenya or in East Africa, then Chicken Basket should be, I think, one of the topmost list. That's where I want to put the company.
So you'll make the brand the Chicken Basket similar to equivalent to the KFC someday in Africa, right?
Exactly.
A very nice dream. Thank you very much for listening to this episode. Don't forget to subscribe to the podcast, share with a friend, and drop me a review. Goodbye.